Live in the lab, part 2. Enter the lab with your boy Elvis Fort Sama. What's going on, my brother?
Was good. Episode 4. Quattro.
Yes,
Hold them
sir.
fours up. Hold them fours up.
So we're live for episode 4. Episode 2 was pretty good. We had a lot of interaction, and we also had a lot of kind of viewers on YouTube. People that didn't subscribe to us before actually subscribe to us through Twitter promotion and IG. So we'll do the same thing today. We'll talk about whatever we got going on this week or last week and topics that we have written down, but then we'll kind of interact. And like we said the first time we did this, we'll see, who wants to be on the show, kind of like a call-in. We'll kind of go through this. It might take a few times to see who's gonna qualify for that, but we'll definitely have like a call-in where you come in, you talk to us, whatever topic, you get your shine, you get your love, and then we'll kind of freestyle this whole thing. But what's going on with you this week, my brother?
Same old with me. Just working, going to the gym. Kind of been chilling lately, but I mean, to kind of just go back to what you were saying about how we did episode 2 and we're doing episode 4 now live the same way. That was fun. That was cool. Like just having people like get on here and kind of just say how they feel, whatever we're talking about, and us interact back with them. So we'll definitely probably keep doing that. That's what we want to do. Just get more people involved, more listeners. So yeah, and you know me, man, just laying low. We had a good weekend. That party was one of the better parties I've been to.
The party was great. It was it met expectations and beyond that. As far as who showed up, a few people, hit us up the day before and the day of that couldn't make it, due to COVID reasons. Hope all is safe and healthy, but
they were on the protocol.
Yeah, they entered, and yeah, hopefully they get to return to game action soon. But it was great. Obviously, the basketball situation was a story that if you were there, about. If you weren't, then that's on you. But having the golf putting green was awesome. No, only one person went in the pool. Shout out Manny.
Yeah,
he was like the only
Manny.
person going in the pool.
Manny was trying to find any excuse to go into the pool.
For real, like a ball or a dice would go in there. He'll jump in like a lifeguard.
That was funny.
What else? The stripper pole. I didn't think there was a stripper pole in there. We got there. That was the first thing everybody seen when they entered.
Yep. Stripper poles stand out though. Like when you walk in a crib, like if someone has a stripper pole, that's like, oh shit. All right. This is a party house. They get down here. Like, you walked into a good atmosphere.
It's like people see it. Some people be like, all right, that's waiting 3 or 4 hours and when I'm lit and I'll be on that. Some people steer away, but there were some people on there that we got some good videos of. Man and women were both on the pole. Yep. So that was fun, man. And then the home theater,
that was sick.
That was amazing. After everybody lit, there was about 10 of us watching like YouTube highlights of like Game 7 of Golden State Warriors and Cavaliers is lit like at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning.
We were there watching the Chiefs and Broncos game, and they had this camera angle, and they were just like right behind the play, like up high. Bro, I felt like I was sitting in the crowd right there chilling. That shit was so crazy. Like it was cool. Yeah, the theater was nice as hell. But I felt like I was at iPic, bro, with the lean back chairs hanging out. It was fun.
Bro, the first row, I don't think the first row leaned back because they weren't plugged in, but the second row leaned back where you could get all the way like horizontal, and it was amazing. I could live there. I could die.
In the house or in the movie theater?
Both.
That's a good answer.
I was gonna send this to you before we found out whose house that was.
Oh yeah,
the Malu. Right? Malu, right? The Instagram, 18-year-old.
Yeah.
The hippopotamus, as they say.
I've never heard of her, but
no,
that's
shocking. I thought you would have. What else, man? So we're gonna wait for people to hop on. and see.
Sent
But
the link out.
yeah, I'm doing the same thing here. But a lot of movies going on. You usually end of the year, beginning of the year, a lot of shows, a lot of movies. Um, Yesterday went to go see the Spider-Man 3 movie, No
Don't
Way
spoil it.
Home.
Don't
No,
spoil
I
it.
won't. No Way Home, the third of the series, and waited a little while because I wanted to go to the movies, but I forgot that it wasn't streaming or anything. But it was good. I enjoyed it. At the end of the day, it's like I always say, the third of anything, your expectations got to lower. You know,
Yeah.
and if you go into it thinking, all right, then I'm just gonna enjoy the third part of a series of a movie. But overall, it was good quality. It was a tear jerker at the end. They milked it a little
Really?
bit. Yeah,
Okay.
they milked it a little bit more than
Wouldn't have
they
expected
should
that.
have. But it's a Marvel movie. They got to get their moments in, captivate the young audience and the
Of
women
course.
and the
But they do a
guys that
good job.
want to
They do a
cry.
good job of that though, bro. Like they are superhero movies, but it's one of the few like action like superhero movies that can actually do that. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like not there's not another superhero movie that I'll watch and like be like, yo, I'm about to cry.
bro. There's something like I don't you've seen all the Avenger ones, right?
Yeah,
Endgame
yeah.
Avengers
Uh-huh.
was like, I wouldn't call it tearjerker where you got emotional. It was just like after being so invested in it for so many years, like pure emotion just comes over you, like like the end scene or fight. So it was
Yeah.
pretty dope.
Even like Age of Ultron, you're like, come on, man. But Civil War is the best one though. Civil War is the best one in my opinion. It's up there.
Yeah, Civil War was good, and that was the one that I believe, I could be wrong. That Spider-Man began with, or when I
Yeah.
rewatched. Yeah, okay, good, because I just
You're like,
rewatched
that's your aunt?
all. I just watched. Yeah, I just watched all three recently, so I was uh I was actually caught in the middle where I watched all the Avengers and everything, and then I went back and watched Spider-Man. So I was like, oh, this is how they introduced Spider-Man into it,
Yeah.
and now the storyline begins. That makes sense, but
Yeah, that's a funny ass scene when Stark pulls up and with Marissa Tomei and he's so awkward. They're so funny together. I love that like relationship they have. It's awesome.
dude, she's hot.
Yeah, she
She's
is very hot. And it's funny because I watched my cousin Vinny the other night and she's in that too. And she's
that was on that
stupid
was on
hot
the
in
whole
there.
week of Christmas, New
Yeah,
Year's week. They were playing. That's a classic. That's such a great movie. I
bro, it
think she
really
won
is.
an Oscar for that role.
Did she? I
Yeah,
wouldn't be surprised because she did a hell of a job.
amazing.
Yeah.
So while we wait, let's see. I mean, right off the rip, I say we just get into this. Usually, this is something that we wait for later on in the podcast, but hashtag BTF bet the fort on a new chapter, new 2.0 situation
Yo,
last week. Three
that
picks,
was so
0 and
bad.
3, struck out.
I
Talk to us, bro.
even listen, man. What happens is Evan Fournier is not going to have a 41-point game every night. And it was a buzzer beater. All right. So I'm cool with that. I'll
Well,
take
yeah,
that
RJ
back.
Barrett hit the buzzer beater,
Yeah,
but he went
RJ
off.
Barrett. Yeah.
Okay.
That and like no one on the Celtics did anything. So I was kind of surprised about that. Um but um the Nets Bucks game, that was kind of disappointing as well. I was trying to keep up with it at the gym. Um It was in Brooklyn, so no Kyrie. But I mean, I felt like y'all could have played a little bit better. Um,
For sure, bro. We're not playing well in the last couple of weeks, so we got a big game tonight with versus the Bulls. Shout out, Ben.
Shut up, man. Let me see something here. And then that Bama game, that was one of the weirder games I've seen because it was like super low scoring in uh the first half. It was only field goals, and then like second half, the teams they decide they just want to get off and start scoring. So I don't know what was going on with that. That kind of pissed me off, and then that pick six at the end messed up my teaser. I had a teaser under 58.5 and Bama plus 9 or something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
that pick six destroyed that whole shit, but it's all good. We back now. Um, I never usually do this because it's always bad luck, but
I mean, to start off, you might as well just change it up at this point.
we're
Let's
0
see
and
what
3.
works.
We're 0 and 3. Yeah. So it is what it is. I'm just gonna do the playoff games because I'm probably gonna be too busy watching or whatever and drinking the night before because I think I'm going back to Jack's over the weekend. So I don't think I'll go live before the game. So I'm just gonna do some of these playoff matchups and get them out the way. Saturday, we got two great games: Vegas at Cincinnati, and we got New England at Buffalo. I'm looking at the ticket prices for the Cincinnati game; they're as low as 177, and for the Buffalo game, they're as low as $26.
Jeez.
No one wants to be in that Buffalo game right now. That shit is probably cold as hell. But give me Cincinnati over the Raiders and give me Buffalo over the Pats. Um,
Okay.
Jamar Chase is going stupid right now. Good thing he's got Joe Burrow as his quarterback, but T. Higgins and them boys, Joe Mixon, like that offense is crazy. And the Raiders
That'll be
just,
fun.
yeah, that's going to be a fun game. They already played once this year. Joe Mixon, I think, scored twice. It was a good game. Raiders won by, I think, like 10 or 14.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they'll beat them again. And then New England and Buffalo, man, AFC East divisional game. It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold in Buffalo. Um, Give me the Pats, man. Give me the Pats. Give me the Pats, man. I believe in Belichick. I think the Bills should be a lot better than a lot of us thought they were going to be. But I don't know that they don't do anything that surprises me on offense besides Josh Allen like scrambling and like getting plays out of his ass. I think
You gotta love a playoff division game. Like that
yeah,
is
you
just
really do.
it's amazing.
Yeah,
Especially
we
first
got a
round, like
few of
right off the
those.
rip.
We got a few of those this year, so that should be fun. But yeah, I think the Pats win. Shout out Bobby. Uh, by like a field goal. It's going to be a close game.
Yeah, low
Um,
scoring, you would think,
yeah,
right?
low
It's
scoring. It's going to be a
that
rushing game.
Patriots defense is
Yeah,
legit.
Patriots defense is legit. Judon is legit, and I mean they can run the ball. They got like 3-4 backs that they cycle through, so they'll be fine. I'm gonna do one of the other games. I don't want to do all of the games. Um, I'll do a tough one. Arizona at Los Angeles. That's the Monday night game. That's going to be probably one of the best games that we'll see in a while. Just because Bree said shattered the damn backboard. I'm screaming. I'm taking the Rams. I believe in Matt Stafford. That game they play each other a lot. They've played each other a lot in the past. Um, but I think only Kyler Murray can only do so much to provide offense for that team. And
For
the
sure.
Rams, Cooper Cup and Odell are going to be going off that game. So give me the Rams by probably like 6-7. It'll be closer than that, but another division game, like we were saying, it's fun.
Yeah, no, it's this is when I really lock in. Obviously, for being a Giants fan, I haven't been locked in since like week 8 or 9. Since I would say that devastating loss on Thursday night football against the Washington football game team where I think we went back and forth with a missed field goal. They made a field goal offside. Actually, we were offsides on the field goal. They missed. They redid the field goal to win the game. And that I was out at a bar with a bunch of people, and that was deflating. That was when I called it a wrap. That was it. It was that was kind of like the signal of the season's gonna be over. Not over, but it's if we blow games like that, we're not going to make the playoffs. And that was the expectation, was to maybe not win the division, but be second in the division at least.
Yeah.
And damn, fucking Eagles. make it into the playoffs. Like that blew my mind even more. The fact that the Eagles got in and we played as horrible as we did, and
Yeah,
it's just a weird season.
yeah, it was a weird season, especially like I mean, Dolphins starting off 1-7 and then coming back, winning 8 of their last 9, and Flores still getting fired. That was my like fuck this bullshit thing. Like
Yeah,
I'm done
talk
with
to.
this
What
franchise.
about that? Did you do?
But
Is the
um
consensus that Dolphin fans didn't agree with it? Right?
yeah, I all the Dolphins fans I talked to, they were like, "Yo, this was so dumb." Like they were like, "Yo, this firing's weird. Like, what's the point of this?" I didn't like it just because I mean he had a win record. Like we went 10-6 last year, almost made the playoffs. Should have made the playoffs, but this year, like I guess you started the season terrible, but the fact that they were able to turn around and the players are still playing for him, NFL, man, like you don't turn a franchise around, especially a franchise that's been bad my whole life, and I'm 28 years old. You don't
For
turn
real.
that around in 2-3 years. Like that's not possible. Like that's having a business that's been doing negative money for 30 years, and then all of a sudden you hire a new person or a new person takes over, and you think they're gonna give you profits in 2 years. That it's physically impossible. But they were going in the right direction, and now you want Tua to do good, but now you got a new head coach who's probably going to bring in a new OC, so he's
Mm-hmm.
not going to do good. It's going to be a different offense,
I know
and
all about that.
the main thing
My
is
team.
is who are you going to hire that's better? All the good coaches are got a job.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one that you're
There's
going to
not
go.
major candidates out there.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Go get Mike Zimmer? Fuck no. um, but yeah, it's annoying, man. Like good thing I only watch Red Zone because I would be like super, super depressed if I kept with the Dolphins like the whole year. But also, this NFL season was one of the first seasons like the playoffs come and like you don't really know who's going to win. Like there's some seasons where you have kind of a good idea. All right,
It's
this team's
really
a
open
lot
this year.
better. Yeah, like the Packers are like that number one team, but like the Rams are really good, the Cardinals are really good, the Cowboys can have that one game where they drop 40 and their defense gives up nothing. So Tennessee, they might get Derrick Henry back. All they got to do is run the ball if he's 80%. So
That's crazy
man,
that they're getting it.
this
That they're getting that mad beast of
this
a
year,
human.
man, like there's a lot of parity in the NFL. So that was even more disappointing for me that Flores got fired because there's a lot of good teams, especially in your own division. Like
Yep.
two of the teams made the playoffs in your division. So I don't know. I could care less who they hire next because I just not going to waste my time with that. But these playoffs are
Yeah,
going to be fun.
I feel the same way about the Giants. Obviously, they Monday Black Monday came, a bunch of firings came, 4 or 5 of them. We all waited for the Joe Judge to be fired. Didn't happen. We let our GM retire, which was basically a firing. But then it comes
Yeah,
the day after, and it's
mutual
because
decision.
they had to fire him today because of the backlash they got. They realized, damn, like we gotta do this. Maybe they thought they could save face and go one more year, which I would have been. I mean, at the end of the day, it's easy to just be like fire and get a new one, but we've been doing that over the last 4 years. We've done 3 head coaches in the last 4 years. It's easy to say get a new one, but we haven't. We've been saying that for 4 years and haven't got the results. So if they would have kept them, there would have been a lot of we would have had to get a great GM, someone young, sophisticated, in the know. I think Reddick, I seen as a candidate, which I would have loved on ESPN. But now we have I think the number 4 or 5 pick and the number 7 pick. We have to hit on both.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
That's all I care about. Hit on both. Get us excited. I don't know. We need a little bit of everything or a lot of everything, and I'm not thinking about the Giants until
draft
August
season.
28th, 2022. So they don't exist for the next 8 months of my life.
Yeah, that's how I feel, man. It's a continuous cycle. So I kind of just pushed it away from my life.
Who's
I can't believe I took the Pats.
that's I can't wait to hear the feedback about
Oh
that.
man, Mac Jones going to Buffalo and beat Josh
Mac
Allen.
Jones, who? Mac Jones, who?
Would love to see that.
Who's your I think I put this, I kind of wrote this down a couple episodes ago. Who's your NFL MVP right now? Well, not right now, but now that we
NFL
completed the regular
MVP?
season. Yeah. Who would you vote for?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, mine too.
Which was why I sent you that post about the highest graded players, and it wasn't Aaron Rodgers, it was Tom Brady, which I guess, but that was the only one that I had a problem with. Everyone else was perfect, like Devontae Adams, Mark Andrews,
Yeah.
Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, like. So no, Aaron Rodgers is definitely the MVP just because that man doesn't turn the ball over.
Bro,
Like,
I looked up his stats the
like
other day when he had his last year's MVP and the year MVP before that, and then a couple of years in between those years. It's stupid. It's dumb. Never threw double digit interceptions, and his
yeah.
highest interception is like 7 or 8. I think
And
like 7.
the
It's
thing
nuts.
is, like, his passes be like right there. Like it's long handoffs when he does it. So it's not like he's got players that are wide open. I mean, he's making those throws, and it's crazy. So especially at his age, but yeah, he's the MVP, and they got a good running game. They're getting their players back on defense, and Jair's coming back. So
Yep.
Rodgers
Yeah,
is
they
the
just
MVP.
got an offensive lineman back.
Yeah.
One of the most longest tenured running backs that they have, offensive lineman, just came back recently from injury. So they're getting better. They're improving. They're getting Pro Bowlers back. I fell in love with him more, yes, as a player, I guess, watching him more and over the last few weeks, and also as a person, because I've been watching the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah.
Every day from like noon to 3 or 4 p.m. And that's kind of my afternoon show that I kind of chill out and watch, and he does a great job. But he's on every Tuesday. He was just on yesterday, and it's good to hear. The common thing in football is like there's no intelligent football players, and he is. I'm not saying there's none out there, but he is one, and there's no 1A or 1B. He's enlightened. He's a deep thinker. Whether
He went to
you
Cal.
agree with, dude, that's a part of it too. It's funny because I thought about that. I think last week when he was, they do like a book club, and I'm like, damn, this motherfucker's so smart. And the first thought after that was, damn, he went to Cal. That makes sense.
Yeah. Richard Sherman's smart too.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been making as many smart decisions off the field. He's still an idiot, but
Yeah.
hey, but he is smart. Yeah, I think he graduated like he had a 4.0 at Stanford, right?
Yeah. But no, Rodgers, bro, like his persona, his character, like who he is, like just screaming at Bears fans, I own you, I still fucking own you, like, bro.
Basically saying suck my dick.
Yeah, from the back.
Yeah, and the front.
But yeah, no, I haven't watched much of him on the McAfee show though. I know he was going off on that shit. Oh, you good?
All right. Okay, make an appearance, say hi, and then move somewhere. Yep, he's just gonna lay here. Yeah, no, he's really good. You should tune into that. It's a really good. It's fast paced. It's like I like to call it. It's a modern day radio show, talk radio show, where it's in the afternoon, / morning, and they're hilarious. They're high energy. I love it.
I believe it. That's what I used to listen to.
Shout out Gravy for putting me on.
Yeah, that's what I used to listen to. Like when I used to I was like 20, 21, like after like class or when I would get off work to go to class and shit. All I would listen to is the Dan Le Batard show.
Is that show still on? Because I haven't seen
ESPN no more. They
got you.
have
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah. They signed like a $50 million deal with DraftKings or some shit. So they just do their own like show, and it's on Apple Podcasts and whatnot. But yeah, they're not on ESPN or on the radio or anything like that anymore.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was I know he had a little momentum going. All these things, like I think Pat McAfee's blowing up because the ESPN and the Fox Sports, all those shows are just old. They're like, people have gotten tired of the same old narrative of hot takes and just for clicks and just saying wild things, where I miss just having a conversation. I literally watch that show during the day, and I was just watching it before we came on, and I feel like I'm in the show. I feel like I'm a part of, like I'm a member, kind of like what we want to do with this
What we
podcast.
want to do,
Like,
yeah.
kind of have people feel like they're, whether they're listening to us live or on the podcast form, is like kind of you're in the lab with us and interacting, talking about topics that you also want to hear discussed. It's just high energy. They're funny, they're genuine, and it's like they don't try to say they're too smart than anybody else. And that's what people on ESPN love to do. Their
Yeah,
take
for
is
whatever reason, I
Bible,
don't know
and
why.
I don't get it. It's old. It's already old, and it's been old for a while now.
Yeah, shit's ass.
Why does he do this every time? Every time we record, he's not to be found the whole hour I prepare for the show, and then all of a sudden, this
He
fucking
likes the
cat comes
camera
out of
time.
nowhere. Yeah, he
It's a
does. He's a
camera
whore.
time.
He's
He's
a
a
slut.
whore.
So how many picks was that totally? Make sure you send it to me, maybe in the chat right
3.
here in the private chat. Just send it to
3.
me so I can keep track of it. Let's see. Oh my God, Harrington.
That's over
Crazy.
Bills, Bengals, over Raiders. Bro, the Raiders, bro. Like, what a season. Like, what the fuck, bro? That game against the Chargers was like a culmination of their season. Like, it couldn't have gone any more dramatic for them in fucking Vegas, of course.
Of course, right?
Fucking shit, bro. I don't know.
All right, you send me those.
They should just come on. That's crazy.
The announcement of that Masvidal Covington, I think you sent it first. I didn't see it right away.
Yeah,
they never
bro,
fought before, right?
I don't think they have. No, I'm gonna double check, but
yeah, I don't think they have. I think
No.
they just been talking shit to each other.
Yeah, they were like friends, and they just started talking shit to each other. Yeah, but I mean, I'm excited for that. I hope it actually.
Bro, that's amazing.
I hope it actually goes through. And
yeah, no injuries, no bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, just I think it will happen though, just because that's a big money fight for them. And also shout out Masvidal, 305 money shit. He's the only fighter that's not named Conor McGregor that's had 2 non-championship fights that headline UFC. So even though he's like, he fights like people he should be fighting, like people you want to see him fighting. He's not like some other fighters that are nitpicking who they want to fight or don't want to fight this person for whatever reason or don't want to fly out for whatever the case may be. But Masvidal has fought Usman twice, first time on short notice.
Yeah.
And then second time, I mean, he got knocked the fuck out.
He got KO'd for sure.
Yeah. But, so
that would have been, I mean, looking at it, Usman was obviously, he's an elite, something that Masvidal really hasn't been. Yeah, specimen and almost a Hall of Famer or as far as that belt for so long. But man, imagine if Masvidal would have maybe not won the fight, but maybe showed something, go pound for pound, punch for punch. And it's unfortunate that he got knocked out that way because it left no room for discussion.
Yeah, you couldn't say shit. Like,
you couldn't say nothing. It was just like, all right, well, the first fight, it was short notice, and you had to go to what? Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi,
and then lose a bunch of weight. I remember him being in a tub, making sure he didn't drink any water. It was crazy, but sucks that. But at least we're getting the fight that Masvidal fans want to see, which is Covington, because he's the American bad guy, and you gotta love it. And it's fun. Ironically, one's a white pro-Trump and one's a Cuban pro-Trump.
Yeah,
Which
they're both
Cubans,
pro-Trump.
I'm sure you know more than me.
Oh man,
It's
yeah. They're all
Cubans
super
are
pro-Trump.
we're
Yeah.
pro-Trump.
Yeah.
Just crazy like that. But
My
that'll
dad
be
says,
good,
"Let's
man.
go, Brandon, at least 8 times a day." Oh man, no, I'm hyped for that fight. I can't wait. I just want no injuries, man. But I hope Masvidal wins, of course, because I like Masvidal. Masvidal is a funny ass dude, but so is Kobe. I think Kobe's a better fighter, but they match up well. So it, that's gonna be fun. And then also tied to Ivasa, Bam Bam is fighting Derek Lewis, the Black Beast. So that I'm hyped for. I think. Hold on, I can't remember. I know they
What
called one fight off. I don't
what
think it was
city?
that one though.
What city is this in? Will it be in
Which one?
the
The
fight they just
Kobe
made?
Masvidal.
Yeah,
Um,
I didn't see that,
tell
or
you right
maybe I
now.
looked and just didn't.
Tell you right now.
I'm looking at it because I'm going on our Twitter that we retweeted. Yeah, 272 March 5th in Las Vegas. Okay.
Okay.
I thought it had
nice.
a more unique setting because if it was obviously any fight in Vegas is electric, obviously, but if it was in Florida, which they're both billed out of, right? Covington
they're both
trains out of Coconut Creek.
Yeah.
And then Masvidal is obviously from Florida. That would have been great to have that in Florida. I'm sure they looked into it.
I hope they
because
did.
I'm sure they did, but
I hope they
maybe
did.
they couldn't get a venue and they wanted to
Right.
have the fight sooner than later. But that would have been
Yeah.
amazing if they got that in Florida. Any
Yeah.
part, whether it was Tampa,
I
Jacks, or
definitely
something
would
like
have
that.
went. I would have went. I don't care where it was. I would have been in the building.
That would have
But
been
yeah,
amazing.
that's UFC 272, and then UFC 271. The one before it is that fight's still happening. Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa. Tai Tuivasa, the one that beat drinking out of shoes. That's gonna be, man. Those two big ass dudes going at it. I'm hype. It's gonna be a hell of a fight, man. Definitely tune in for that if you just like fighting and craziness, because it's gonna be fun.
He's got my jersey. Don't rip it. What an asshole.
A la Madrid.
Yeah, man. So what else is new? How's the oh shit. How's the after last week's episode number 3 with Ben? How's getting into more of the conversation as far as the Discord chats, as far crypto. He just bit my beard.
Oh man, that boy trying
Everything
to
like
throw
that.
hands. Dude, Discord, bro. Like, I'm glad you mentioned that because at almost 3 a.m., like 2:44 in the morning, this team launched a Discord. They're gonna drop a token, so like a coin, that people are gonna get for free for the amount of gas, which is like Ethereum's transaction. They call it gas. So you're gonna get a certain amount for the amount of gas you used, which is nuts. That boy.
I'm listening.
No. So they dropped at like 2:44 in the morning, and in minutes there was like 15,000 people in the Discord all talking at the same time. That shit was just rolling through my computer screen because gas right now, like the transaction fee that you have to pay to send one thing from one wallet to another wallet is like hundreds of dollars, like 150, $200, sometimes like $350. It's insane. So people that have been buying NFTs for a long time have been paying a lot of gas. Now these people are going to give it back. So everyone's just waiting for that. It's called an airdrop. You're just going to get that shit for free. And then you can do whatever you want with it. But another team launched another like marketplace where you can buy NFTs with different features from like the main one, from like the Uber of NFTs. Now these people are like Lyft, and they launched a token too, and it was free money. You went on there, claimed it, and you got free money. So definitely pays to kind of like be in this and pay attention to it a little bit if you have nothing else going on. There's a lot of money to be made. I bought one NFT 12 days ago for like $250, and it sold as soon as I listed it for like 10 times my money. So profit's there. You just got to do your research and find the right things. And if you want to get into it, let us know. DM me, like hit up the pod. It's a lot of time and effort, but it's make some money. So it's cool. Discord is nuts though. That's what you got to be on. Discord, Twitter Spaces. That's what we were talking about last week. That it's really a community because there's these people that are dropping their projects, but then they go on Twitter Spaces or Discord or whatever, and they help people out. Like there was one of the projects that I'm invested in. They went on Twitter Spaces yesterday, and they talked about like taxes because taxes are coming up. Make sure y'all do your taxes. Don't get audited, especially with the fucking. Never mind. I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, they went into discussions about taxes and crypto taxes and how you're gonna manage this if you're not trying to get audited because a lot of people don't know how to do their taxes and more so how to figure out crypto and that kind of shit because there's CPAs that don't know how to figure that shit out. So the fact that they did that was very helpful, and I was definitely tuned in because, like I said, I'm not trying to get audited.
Yeah, to me, it's still like a foreign language,
bro. To me, it is like every day
right?
I'm
Still,
learning something new. Yeah, of course.
Joe Rogan's been having guests on it, and he's been going into over the last probably I would say 2 to 4 weeks, talking more about the metaverse, talking more about crypto and NFTs and stuff like that because he's trying to learn it, and I'm trying to learn it at the same time. So he has people that either are experts on it or people that have gotten into it, and then Jamie, his producer, that does everything for the show, basically. He knows a good amount about it too, so he chimes in, and I'm just trying to learn as much as I can because this shit's gonna take me a while. I'm not smart at all when it comes to any of this stuff.
Which, like, my brother isn't too much into it, but like the other day he brought up the idea of buying an Oculus, and I was kind of like, "What you want to buy an Oculus for?" Like, like he doesn't really do crypto or NFTs. He says NFTs are whack. So I was like kind of shocked, but like, bro, that Oculus shit, like, I haven't gone into like the metaverse or like played any of those like play to earn games. Really, the only thing I did play to earn money was I bought a digital horse and it raced digitally, and I got Ethereum.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was like in the beginning, like when I first heard you doing it, and right off the rip, I was like, "You're racing horses? What the fuck?"
Yeah, racing horses, bro. And you could breed them and all that kind of shit, but that shit kind of died off. People stopped fucking with that. But yeah, the metaverse is real. There's games where you can make money on like crypto online, and like these countries out in Asia, people are making like $200-300 like USD, and they're able to provide for their families playing games in the fucking metaverse. So it's there, but I haven't dove that deep yet because I know if I do that, I'm really gonna be fucked. So I'm just trying to stay away from that for now, at least. But that, man, there's people, bro. Like I was thinking about it last night. Like you remember Bandersnatch? Did you ever do the Netflix Bandersnatch thing?
No.
It was the Black Mirror movie. Damn.
See, I've been trying to catch up with Black Mirror because I watched some episodes, and then now that I'm listening to podcasts or getting into some things, they reference Black Mirror all the time, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta watch more episodes about, So I even Googled a couple months ago, like top 10, and I started knocking them off little by little.
Yeah, so they made a movie, and in the movie you can pick what happens next. So you can kind of decide, and they have like 5 different endings. And like that's how it's gonna be once you get in there. And like Ready Player One, which we talked about last week, like that shit's 5-10 years away. So just get ahead of the curve now.
Absolutely. I'm going off right now. Well, not going off, but I'm chatting to obviously on Vito on Twitter and Dom on on Instagram because I posted a couple of things yesterday. Bree and I watched Don't Look Up. It's a movie on Netflix. I think it passed Bird Box as one of the most streaming movies on
Did it really?
on Netflix. Yeah, it passed that. Because obviously Netflix is more known for the series they have, not the movies. Bird Box was huge. I was even late to that. I watched that like probably a month plus after it came out. I'm usually always late on stuff, but I like avoid it. If I don't know about it, I avoid it on Twitter, Instagram, and then I keep mental notes of things. I watched it, and every 10 minutes, I almost had to, and it's either you're going to agree with me strongly or not. I don't really care because it's my opinion, but I loved it I love satire movies. I love movies that have to do with real life things that we all could laugh about and joke about. The darkness of it, I fucking love it, especially when it has great acting. And this movie had great actors. Vito on Twitter said he gave it like a 7.6, which is way low. I hope you're listening, Vito, but after you calling the Joker a joke, a trash of a movie, that I was in the movie theaters with you, and a long string of movies that I've seen that you didn't like, you lost me at probably movie one or movie two that you've ever told me about. So, but it's either you love it or you hate it. And I posted something on Instagram and Twitter, and people are either saying they loved it or they hated it. There's no middle ground. I loved it from what it talked about. And it's funny because I know most people didn't. When I enjoy a movie and I feel like there's some undercurrents or there's something to learn about it, I go to YouTube and right away type in the movie title, and then I go to interviews based on the movie. So I go to, and which most people don't do when they hate a movie, and it's like fucking trash. Like that means you went into this movie expecting like Shutter Island. You went into the movie, and that's not the movie's fault. That every time I feel like somebody goes tells me they think a movie is, and guess what? All their feedback is either so bad, so trash. Like, how about you talk about it? How about you actually explain what you mean by so trash, so bad? Because that's not how you explain a movie at all, or anything in life. Like, how about talk about the director? How about you talk because a lot of that movie was freestyle and ad-libbed. And I found that out after I watched the movie because I YouTubed some shit. That movie was satire, which I is my favorite genre of movies. Which Jojo Rabbit is one of those satire movies that came out a couple years ago, which had to do with Nazis and the war, and brilliant film as well. Yeah, dude, amazing. That's my type of shit. So it's either for you or for you or not. I'm not going to sit here and defend why I love it because it would be stupid, because I feel like the people that didn't love it or didn't like it at all went into it thinking it was going to be, oh, Meryl Streep and Leonardo DiCaprio and this and that drama cinema. No, watch the trailer.
No.
Watch the trailer and you go, oh,
all you
it's
gotta
this
do is
type
watch
of movie.
The trailer, yeah.
That's like, you know what I mean? That's like listening to the Kanye Jesus album and expecting Jesus Walks and then going, wow, that was so bad. No, you knew what it was going to be. He's on his fucking bipolar shit. He's talking about Jesus. Okay, then skip it. Move on. Don't go into it expecting Grammy award-winning Kanye West.
Dude, I mean,
that's my issue.
Tyler Perry was in it, and Ariana Grande,
and Kid Cudi. They were great. All of them were great. All of them were great.
So that's really all you have to look at. Like you said, just like look at who's in the movie besides like the top 4, I guess, which is DiCaprio, Meryl Streep, Jonah Hill, and Hunger Games shorty.
I forgot her name too.
Lawrence, something Lawrence.
Lawrence,
Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah. No, dude, that was I liked it. I enjoyed it. I watched it with the family here. I did see Shutter Island the other day too, which is crazy you mentioned that. But yeah, bro, it was just like a movie making fun of society, like, which is what people are doing nowadays. Like, it's what's going on right now. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was clever. There were a few plot twists, with the characters and shit.
Hmm.
But I I would watch it again. I kind of want to watch it again because I was like tuned out a little bit here and there, but I recommend it. I would watch it again.
Yeah, no, it's I'm gonna rewatch. I'm gonna watch it again. We watched it last night. We were drinking, but it was a good vibe. Not drinking to the point where I got to rewatch it because I don't remember it, but rewatch it for the quality. And like I said, whenever I'm intrigued by a film, I always YouTube some stuff because I feel like there's always some behind the scenes stuff that might have gone over my head. And Leonardo DiCaprio talked about the film and how it was made and how they filmed it during the heat of COVID last year and how they had to really just they ad-libbed a lot of like scenes and went off script and it was genuine, and he's big into environment, as far as global warming. Gee, these are the things that people that hated the movie can't go into. These
Can't
are the
go
things that
into
if I bring it up to the people that are like, oh, that was trash, they're not going to be able to talk about. It's like, yeah,
the
because you didn't fucking try to get to know it. He's first of all, Leonardo DiCaprio, non-actor as a human is into that global warming and talks about it all the time. So he wanted to do a film that kind of brought it into it, but did it in a way that it was creative. And this is a creative way to do it, where it was like a comet's coming to the earth. Ironically, a pandemic's happening. So you could take kind of how the government went about it the same way the pandemic happened. And you could do that for years in the past and years in the future. And I thought that's where I said, that's why it was brilliant on Twitter yesterday. Cause it brought real life stuff, made you laugh about it, but also made you be like, holy fuck, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Like if this was to happen or something like it and what we're living in now.
Yeah, two of the scenes that stood out to me from that movie that I vividly remember was when when DiCaprio and the lady he's having the affair with, the lady from the show, they walk back to the hotel room and his wife is waiting there, and she just starts going off and she's like, well, I hope you can make sure you remember him to take these pills, and she just starts throwing the pills and the pill bottles at him and he's just like freaking out.
Like, and that's what Dom hit me on Instagram. He said, I'll read it. He said, you want to run down he said, what is it? He said he rated this down at the bottom of Leonardo's movies. It wasn't like anything Leo's not ever done, because Django was almost it was satire type of movie where it was about slavery and there's a lot of funny moments in it, like that like it's, so I guess, but his role was kind of intense. His role was very intense actually in Django, but this was the most real satire, funny, and without him trying to be punchline funny. Like he's not being a comic on screen.
I think
he's just being like a fucking nut of a nerd, and he can't handle anything that's happening.
Career. He's at that point in his acting career where he could just like pick and choose what movies he wants to do or who he wants to be or how he wants to say it. So like, I mean, it was, I liked him. I thought he was clever when he's just going off. He's like, yo, there's a fucking comet coming here. We're all going to die. Like, y'all aren't doing anything about it. He just started screaming. And what was the other scene? Oh, the other scene when it's almost near the end and they just realize everything's fucked. And Jonah Hill's he gets left there, and the dude's like, "I'm gonna go do an 8-ball."
Dude, it's funny because I laughed at I heard that in the background. Dude, that was funny. Yeah. Like those little nuances of the movie was so. That's why the word brilliant is just so funny. Like, she's coming I'm gonna do an 8-ball, but they said it low enough where you either caught it or you didn't. Dude, amazing.
Yeah. She's coming back. Don't worry, she's coming back.
She's coming back, and he got left behind. But
Meryl Streep,
so
no. Meryl Streep, no.
She was great in that. In the interviews that I seen after, they were like, she came and like they didn't say that she ad-libbed most of her lines, but like recreated all of the lines and everything that went into it, where she Meryl Streep the shit out of her role. Basically just being a boss, being like confident. She just changed the whole game. Like she was great in her role because when I first seen her, I was like, I don't know. And then obviously you hear her talk and how like laissez-faire she is about everything. I was like, okay, this is gonna be a great woman president because she's good. And then I love the fact that Jonah Hill was like playing the Trump and what's his daughter's name, because you know Trump said some weird stuff a few years back where it's like she's lucky if she was my daughter,
Oh
if
yeah,
she
yeah.
wasn't my daughter. And
Ivanka,
he said something
Ivanka.
like, wow, what a smoke
Yeah,
show of a
yeah.
president
She
this is.
wasn't
It
my
was just
mom.
like
Yeah, yeah.
it was playing
Dude,
off that, like there was the little nuances that like were very present. I feel like they just made the movie like yesterday and they made the movie
yeah,
last year. That's
pretty
what was crazy
much.
about it.
Yeah, no, it was good. I mean, I don't get why people are saying it was bad. I guess if I don't know, you're a Trump fan. I don't know because literally that was Trump's whole like campaign, which was kind of funny. That's why I texted you and said Meryl Streep is Trump. 'Cause that was bro. I was watching that shit. I'm like, yo, this is like how he had all his like things. Like this is how the people were acting. That's why I said it's like society nowadays too. It's like, bro, like you could look up in the sky and see it's there. How is another grown man or grown woman not going to tell me not to look up? And then motherfuckers are looking up and they're like, oh shit.
Bro, but I love the campaign after that was don't look up, like look
Yeah.
down. Like, and then they made the whole campaign. I was like, this is fucking real. This is exactly what would happen. They take a fucking saying and take they take something so marketable and be like, now our saying is look down. And I feel for the people that strongly dislike this movie because you're in trouble. If you can't
They got no sense of
creatively watch
humor.
something like that and think that the little nuances and all the little pieces of dialogue and the story they were trying to tell, not literal. It wasn't a literal story at all. It wasn't a comet is coming. It's the comet represented anything. The comet represented anything that will end our country and our world. You could put that in there. Pandemic, natural disaster, comet, whatever it is. So, whatever.
Right. Yeah. Literally anything.
Go watch it again, fools.
Go watch it again. Yeah. You gotta give things a second chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch it for sure now. Talking about it. Let's see. Wow, that was the fastest 52 minutes of my life. We've already gone into it. You finished Dexter, obviously.
Yeah.
We
Fuck
won't
that
spoil
shit.
it.
I didn't
on the
even know
show.
I didn't even know I was watching the finale until I saw Ashley and you tweeting about it. I was like, did I watch that shit without even knowing what I was watching? But yeah, I guess what you said after, once he was in that shit, you had to figure it out, So they got to do something else. They got to come out with another one. They can't end it like that.
The only thing I could see they do, obviously, if they keep the series going, and the fact that they introduced the new series, I knew could have been a one-off. That's what they
Yeah,
do now, like one-off series. I
I
had a
guess you
feeling
can
it
end
could
it like
be,
that.
but the only way I feel like I don't think they should. If they do come back, I think they should come back 3 to 5 years from now, maybe 3 years, and have his son obviously be older. Now he's on his own. If they come out with it right away, it will be weird. Like, oh, all of a sudden
Yeah,
the son's mastered being a serial killer. So
right,
they could
right.
keep it going in a different cool way, and they could have Dexter as his dark passenger. You know what I mean? Instead of
Yeah,
Deb, like in this one, which you hated. I loved it.
bro. She just. I thought I was done with her, bro. She's an ugly crier. She's like super skinny,
She is an ugly crier. Oh my god,
and
she's a
she's just like,
sexaholic.
and just makes terrible decisions. Like she don't learn from them, but whatever. I mean, that show, yeah, she pisses me off. I don't know why. Ben said, "Don't look up his fire." Zach Levine
Yeah.
can throw farther than Rodgers. Yeah, okay.
Dude, we need a win. That game is in an hour, so I'm glad we
Yeah, I
recorded
don't
this
know why that
before
game's
it
at 10. I saw it because it's
because
a doubleheader
the
or
Nets
something.
had to do a makeup game in Portland, So they had to play on noon on Sunday and then fly to Portland. It was the first double header of an East Coast, West Coast game where they went, obviously, East Coast to West Coast, back to back in like 50 years. It's literally not a thing. So we had to play on Sunday. We barely got by on that game, fly out to Portland, play a game that they were undermanned, and now we got to play 2 days later in Chicago. So I guess they bought the Nets some time by making it later in the day. I don't know. It's probably not going to help us anyway. Whatever.
Claxton's out too, right?
I don't know who's officially out. I know everybody kind of practiced. We'll kind of see, but we've been playing undermanned teams. We played the Clippers undermanned. We played the Blazers undermanned. We played a bunch of teams that didn't have their teams all together and still lost. So we'll see.
Will I be banned for spam?
Who?
Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, you pinned this little comment at the bottom.
Yeah, he was. By the way, if you guys are listening to this or watching it, you got to make sure if you want to comment, you got to comment on YouTube. Anything you comment on Twitter, we don't see. So make sure you're logged into your YouTube account. You're following us. That'll allow you guys to comment on anything and interact with us. But now we're gotten going. Took us a little while, but whatever. Worst character in any show not named Skylar White. That was funny. What else? So we covered Bet the Fort early, so that's usually kind of our ending to what we do. But let's see.
The one Panthers game I don't go to.
Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers game. The South Florida legend was in the building.
Who?
Kodak Black.
Kodak, yeah, I seen. He was wilding. Was he having sex in the suite, or was she just twerking on him?
Supposedly, allegedly,
allegedly, of course, allegedly.
The camera angle that they put, it just so happened to look that, he was delivering some back shots. But bro, that's like, oh my gosh, he made them to like NHL delete their tweet or some shit. They deleted their tweet after it or whatnot, yeah. But he was chilling with the fans. They were all taking selfies with him and videos with him and shit like that. Woody Harrelson.
He wildin'. What oh yeah, speaking of wildin', obviously we touched on it last episode, but AB, he's now making a circuit he's now at Kanye West yesterday. Obviously right the day after he left the Jets game, he was at the Barclays at the Nets game. Then he was with Fabulous that same night. I guess recorded a song that same day he got out of the game. Was with Kanye the other day. Then he came out today saying that I guess it wasn't professional what I did. Yeah, of course, dummy. What are you talking about? He's just trying to, he's like a musician or a celebrity trying to stay relevant. Like, I feel like people weren't talking about him and he was just like, all right, fuck it. I'm just going to cause a scene. All right, fuck it. I'm going to record an album. Like, help yourself, man. But hey, if he doesn't need help, I guess, are we dumb? Is he brilliant? I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, he definitely needs help, but I mean, we could also be dumb and he'd be smart, but I don't think that's the case. I wonder what him and Kanye talk about. Like, what's that conversation sound like?
Like you just said, either we're dumb and they're smart. Either that's got to be the most brilliant conversation and just genius level.
I wish I was
or you're just standing a fly on the wall, just going, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, somebody 50 years from now explain this conversation. Like, so there's no middle ground. It's either or.
And Kanye, man, out here with Julia Fox. I can respect that.
Yeah. Fucking Machine Gun Kelly got engaged to what's her name? Fox, right? Is that a Fox? What's her name? What is it? Are you Megan Fox? Are you on mute? I can't hear you. Oh, you are on mute.
Oh, it mutes it. It muted.
Yeah, Megan Fox. I read your
Yeah,
lips.
Megan Fox. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it muted
so
me because I guess my mic got unplugged, so it muted me on purpose.
over under who gets who breaks up first? Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, or Travis Barker and whatever Kardashian?
Oh, Courtney.
Yeah. Which one?
Shit.
Over under.
Shit.
I can't believe we're only subjecting ourselves in Enter the Lab for about 5 seconds of dumb conversation because
Yo.
sometimes you need that balance.
Oh my god. They might last longer than Chloe and Tristan.
Tristan likes to fuck like Nick Cannon.
Dude,
Dude, the world is crazy, bro. If you really keep up to this shit, it's wild. It's a zoo. It's
I'm gonna say Courtney and whatever Travis lasts longer.
Travis, right?
Yeah, I'm just because they're older, I guess.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, they've been
Kelly
through it. They've both been through a lot.
They're just
And
like
then-
they're
and
fed up about it. They're like, all right, we're in each other's like 8th relationship, like 8th marriage. We just gotta
Yeah, let's try to make this work.
Yeah.
We both hate our lives anyway.
I mean, Drake's doing it right though.
Oh yeah, talk to us about that, man.
So it's funny how you said it. Is this a post-sex report?
Do you have that on deck that you can post it?
Oh,
You can put it on the website. Are you able to?
Like share it on my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. I could pull up the picture I sent you.
We're just about wrapping this episode up anyway, so.
Drake is a fool.
Ben, why does this game start at 9? He's like gonna pass out.
Right. We saw Kanye live. Shit was fire. Right here.
Can you zoom in?
Yeah.
Read that to the folks.
Instagram model ready to sue after Drake allegedly put hot sauce in condom. So I want to get this off rip. Drake is all about being consensual, so big ups to him. Allegedly, Drake and the IG model allegedly met up on Instagram. They decided to link up a few weeks ago. They had a romantic encounter, and what happened next was crazy. After the party, they went back to his hotel, smoked weed for a bit, and asked if she wanted to have sex. She said he was very intent on ensuring things were consensual, which Drake, he's got to be, because like any bitch that he could link up with is probably going to say that he tried to do something. So
for sure, you got to make sure you ask, and it's like, are you sure? Are you positive?
Like,
yell it if you want. You know what I mean? Like, you got to make.
Like, you got to make sure that the people in the next room are like, yeah, I heard her say yes like 6 times.
For real, real.
I'm not reading that middle paragraph because that would be too much. So he went out, put the condom away, and I guess this man put hot sauce in it, and she tried to
allegedly
put it inside of her, and it didn't turn out so well for her. And boy, was she there for a surprise. She said it felt like pouring hot lava into her.
What's the even media source of this? Like, where did you find it? I didn't see it trending. What? What?
God, bro. It was. I saw it on. Let me stop sharing this. I saw it on Twitter. I think on Twitter first. But bro,
okay.
Drake's just keeping hot sauce in his hotel bathroom on deck like that. This can't be the first time this man does this then.
Nah, it definitely can't. It definitely can't.
Because like, when I use condoms, allegedly, I have the same thought process, and I'll be like, yo, I gotta throw this away because like maybe someone picks it up and they're like, yo, we just have a kid. I'm like, yo, nah. So
that was in an episode of Ray Donovan where like I think the first episode that happens where his client or something, like they bang it with a condom on and she takes it out and then she like holds it as ransom or something, whatever. It's just wild. Like that's real shit. People,
Yo,
people out here hungry.
but like, I wonder what kind of hot sauce he used. What kind of hot sauce you think Drake used?
Maybe some Franks. What we
He used
thinking?
a
I don't know.
Cholula, man.
Cholula, fire.
Maybe he
We
has
got some bray
Taco Bell
sauce.
fire
Maybe you
sauce.
got a bottle of
Oh,
Breeze bray sauce. Just fire too. You
yo,
know that
plug. Yo, Drake, if you need some hot sauce, that hot sauce be hitting, boy.
right
I
out
don't
the
know how it's
backyard.
gonna feel for whoever,
Florida's own.
but Florida crowd.
Love it, man.
Bro, I'm crying.
But of course, now that before I forget, of course, this episode in this podcast is brought to you by Billionaires Row.
Gang shit.
They got the liqueur, they got the champagne, they got the water, and they even got they got other things coming up. They got a little bit of everything. So make sure maybe we're working on something. Maybe for episode 5 we get one of the owners on. Hopefully we book that, and then we'll get to know why we're promoting this so much, and then hopefully we book a deal live. We make a deal live where
You never know.
Podcast costs some money. It's coming out of our own pocket. Why not make a successful Black-owned company pay for it?
Yeah, link is in the bio.
We're promoting it. Link is in the bio. We got we got their own story page there, and all of our links, all of our profiles and bios. So hey, you gotta you want to be promoted. You want the company to make this is chess, not checkers.
Chess.
We're playing the long game.
What's the score of the Knicks game behind you, real quick?
Oh shit! Knicks are up 72-52.
Oh fuck me!
Knicks they're wild. If they played the Celtics every game, they'd be undefeated. But bing bong.
Bing bong.
All right, well, let's wrap this up. In a recap, go watch. Don't Look Up. You're either gonna hate it or love it. DM us. I love it. I rate it like 9.0 plus. Because it's my type of movie. So that's what I'm saying. Dexter, if you guys are into Dexter and you've watched it over the years, New Blood, the way it ends, and the whole series is right. You would rate the whole series pretty high for being what, the 9th season of a series?
Yeah.
Pretty high.
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Quality.
Yeah. It was good. Also go watch Your Honor.
Oh yeah, I have that on the queue. I have that in the queue. Look at my Look, it's my mom's account, but it's my dad from Big Ray, Staten Island. Bye bye Joe Judge.
Bye bye Joe Judge. Peace.
Oh jeez. Yeah. He's a Giants, Jets, Knicks, Nets, Islanders, Devils, Rangers fan. He's all New York.
He's
Across the board.
all New York. That's what's up.
He's a joke. Yeah, New Blood. It was great. A quality show. They kept you guessing. Spider-Man, Fire 2. Thought it was, good ending to it. But that's kind of what I've been watching. Staying home, not
New
doing
stream
shit.
Movie tomorrow, next week.
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow or Friday, something like that.
Peacemaker tomorrow on HBO Max. Get into that John Cena.
Oh yeah.
What else? Oh, I gotta see Book of Boba Fett tonight.
Oh
maybe.
yeah.
Probably won't. Maybe I'll get into it after this episode, right before the Nets game. But we'll see if I can squeeze it in real quick.
I'm gonna put that on when I get back to Jack's.
I didn't know you were into that. Like, did you watch Mandalorian and all that?
Yeah, I saw Mandalorian. I love the Mandalorian. That was
loved it too.
Good.
Great series.
Mandalorian was good.
Damian Lillard out indefinitely.
Yeah, he's
probably not coming back this season. If I was him, if I'm kind of looking for a new home, I want to rest up, get healthy, reevaluate after the season, see where I go. Right? That's what you would think would happen. Why come back from an injury, re-aggravate it, and then the whole offseason you're rehabbing? That don't make sense.
Yeah, no, I think he's done. Unless Portland goes to the Western Conference Finals, but that's not happening.
No.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to figure out where he wants to go. If he wants a good strength and conditioning team, if he wants good weather, if he wants a nice set of guys to play with, the FTX arena is always open. We'll welcome you with open arms, man. We got Biogenesis right around the corner. Whatever you need, LeBron did his little Miami tour and comes back every now and then. You can do the same. Plus, we got some good studios down in Miami too. If you want to rap, you got Rick Ross right there. You got DJ Khaled.
You might run into AB. You know what I mean? You never know. You might run into AB recording his new single. So,
pitting out the palace.
Cool. What are you sipping on?
Some naked
Nice.
juice. Yeah, trying not to drink as much soda before I go back to Jack's. I only
love soda like that.
No, but I only really drink soda when I'm down here because my parents have it.
Yeah, that's the devil.
It's so bad. It's just a streaky thing. It's like J.R. Smith taking 3-pointers. It's like either else I won't drink any soda for like a month, or like I'll just drink a lot for a week, and that 1 week is just like trash.
Dude, I never drink soda. Like,
yeah,
I stopped drinking soda like every day or every week when I was like high in my teens, and especially recently. The only time is if Bree gets a drink, and sometimes that like fountain soda with ice, couple sips will taste good. But like yesterday at the movie theater, shout out Brianna, happy birthday!
Hey, happy birthday, Bree, gang.
Had a great day. She wanted me to shout her out, whatever.
She broke a backboard and shit on her birthday.
Yeah, she broke it. She dunked. She fucking hung on the hoop. Vito's still defending himself in group chats. Like, yeah, it wasn't me. Like, we get it, dude. We get it. It's not you. Okay? We get it. Doesn't matter. Anyway, nobody's paying for that shit. Fuck you, Malu. Pay for that shit, bitch. Raise your fucking OnlyFans from $10 to $11. They'll make it in fucking 1 week. Fuck out of here.
Come on, dog.
End of the episode where we get rowdy. What was I talking about? I don't know. Shout out John Morant, looking like a top MVP candidate. Number 2 pick of that draft class. Number 1 was Zion. Number 3 was RJ Barrett. Keep that in mind. So
I love
that
Zion,
number 2 pick. Sometimes those number 1s are obvious coming out of college, but those number 2 picks like Kevin Durant. I went through a top 10 today. It was like Jason Kidd, Karl Malone. They had some good quality number 2 picks.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas was number 2. That's it. That's all I got.
I got nothing.
Well, whatever. Episode 4. Live in the lab.
Appreciate y'all.
Number 2. We'll do these every so often. Try to do them a couple times a month. But episode 5, we want to try to get a guest on for that. So we'll work on that all week, see what we got going on. But, tune in, subscribe, follow us, whatever you got to do. Make sure, when we do these live episodes that you are subscribed and following. So you get a notification, you pop on, interact with us, whatever, in group chats. If you don't, whatever, suck a dick.
It is what it is.
That's all I got, brother. Elvis, Fort Sama, signing off. Episode 4. Peace.
Throw the 4s up.